kill. My name is Lysander. I'm 2,000 years old, and human greed never ceases to surprise me, even after 2 millennia. For the past decade, I've lived as Robert King, a 45-year-old construction project manager in Orlando, Florida, earning $85,000 a year. My wife, Victoria, came from old Florida money, the kind that builds country clubs and looks down on working-class people. Her family, the Wilsons, never thought I was good enough. If only they knew what I really am. In December 2016, they forced me to sign a prenuptial agreement. Just to protect the family assets, Charles Wilson explained. I signed without hesitation. When you've lived as long as I have, you learn to play the long game. You learn that humans always betray themselves with their own greed. I've seen it in Rome, in medieval courts, in every era. History always repeats. For 8 years our marriage was solid. Then, in October 2024, Victoria won the lottery. $12 million. After taxes, $8.1 million remained. For 10 minutes, I thought we'd finally made it. Then that old familiar feeling returned, the warning of imminent danger that kept me alive for 2,000 years. That same night, Victoria's entire family showed up. Something was wrong. The way they looked at me had changed. I'd seen that look before, across countless faces over the centuries. Betrayal. 3 weeks later. Victoria sat me down with her parents present. "Robert, I want a divorce," she said coldly. "The money is mine. I picked the numbers. I want you out today." Charles Wilson leaned forward. The prenup protects Victoria. Her lottery win is separate property. You're entitled to nothing. 8 years of marriage, discarded like garbage the moment real money appeared. These arrogant mortals thought they could deceive me. I've destroyed empires. I've toppled kings. I've survived everything history could throw at me. "Fine," I said calmly. Standing up, "I'll pack my things." They had no idea what they'd just unleashed. I moved into a motel and immediately called James Hayes, one of the best divorce attorneys in Central Florida. I've worked with the greatest legal minds in human history. I know talent when I see it. Hayes reviewed the prenup and smiled. "Mr. King, Section 4.2 explicitly states that any prizes or winnings acquired during marriage are marital property. Your in-laws just handed you the keys to the kingdom." That cold satisfaction settled in my chest, the same feeling I had hunting in ancient Rome, watching tyrants fall by their own arrogance. So I'm entitled to half. Potentially, yes. They're going to fight hard, but we have them. Victoria's family hired Bradley Morrison, the most expensive divorce lawyer in Orlando, at $950 per hour. He sent threatening letters, calling me a gold digger. They completely underestimated me. Hayes and I worked methodically. We documented everything. Years of lottery ticket purchases from our joint account, receipts, bank statements. But the real breakthrough came from Florida statute 61.075. Lottery winnings acquired during marriage are marital assets unless specifically excluded. The beautiful irony, Hayes explained, is that the prenup they forced you to sign actually strengthens your claim. They were so worried about protecting their existing wealth, they accidentally gave away rights to future windfalls. I laughed, not Robert King's laugh, but Lysander's, the vampire who'd watched civilizations crumble by their own arrogance. Meanwhile, Victoria bought an $87,000 BMW, designer clothes, and put down $750,000 on a waterfront condo. Her social media documented everything. Perfect. The trial began in January 2025. Morrison was cocky, strutting in his Armani suit, but Hayes demolished them systematically. Bank records proved the winning ticket was bought with marital funds. Victoria had mixed the lottery money with other assets. Legal suicide. Then Hayes caught Morrison's fatal error. In his preliminary motion, Morrison had written, The lottery ticket was purchased during the marriage with funds from the marital estate. He'd destroyed his own case. The Wilsons panicked. Charles offered me $1.2 million to walk away, then $3.2 million, then $4.5 million. This isn't about money, I told Hayes. It's about justice. On April 18, 2025, Judge Henderson delivered her verdict. The prenuptial agreement is clear. Section 4.2 explicitly states that any prizes or winnings acquired during marriage are marital property. I'm awarding Mr. King 50% of the net lottery winnings, $4.05 million. Victoria started crying. Her mother grabbed her hand. I watched with that ancient coldness that comes from seeing the same drama unfold 1,000 times before. The gavel came down at 2:22 p.m. outside. A reporter asked, "Mr. King, how does it feel to win?" Justice always feels good. 2 months later, I used my settlement to buy a construction company, Key Today. King Construction employs 38 people and builds affordable housing throughout Central Florida. Victoria had to sell everything to pay me. Last I heard, she's working at her father's office earning $42,000 a year. The Wilsons never spoke to me again. They'd shown their true colors, thinking they could discard me like garbage. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's letting people face the consequences of their own greed. They created the weapon that destroyed them. I just had the patience and the eternity to use it. In 2,000 years, I've learned one truth. Mortals always destroy themselves. Their greed, their arrogance, it always leads to the same downfall. I just accelerate the process. Stickter. The Wilson family played against an opponent who'd played this game 1,000 times before. An opponent who always wins in the end. Because when you live forever, you can wait. And patience is the deadliest weapon of all. My name is Lysander. I'm 2,000 years old. And I'm still here, watching mortals make the same mistakes, fall into the same traps, destroyed by the same greed that destroyed their ancestors. Some call it a curse. I call it entertainment. And this was just one more story in an infinite collection.